Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement.
Good morning and welcome to Voices at 7, where they can come to you live on Voices Online TV, on Facebook and on YouTube. This is a program where they look at issues them where they happen around the country. Me now one party presenter them for this 1 or 30-minute program. My name is Arnold Felix Elba.
And Mina Fatima say good morning. Now the program today, report from Kono District Hospital say people na the hospital and other area them they suffer from bad smell because the side where the hospital let's go the afterbath don't develop technical problem. Pikin to pikin movement, they call for Soyat, justice and privacy for the alleged rape and kill 8-year-old girl Pikin. And at the studio this morning, we can talk to the Network Movement for Justice and Development, NMJD, on the mining report with title Social Justice, Sports Updates, Regional Report, and other interesting story. Then at the program this morning. So no go nowhere. Continue for day with me for the next 1 hour 30 minutes. And don't forget for drop we comment or question. So the number 034-225-373. The number again is 034-225373. Or you do so na any of the comment section there, na Facebook or YouTube channel. We will continue with the program, and the program we dey watch na Voices at 7 a.m.
The program they continue and look at the first issue inside the program this morning. We go now outside BBC Media Action. This BNTM we don't conduct training for journalists them, social media influencers and bloggers them. This training now for help them for make them able for fight against mis and disinformation. Abdin Tunda Joe Smith, now the project manager na BBC Media Action. He explained to Aisha Kagbo why they do this training.
I don't say over the years we don't get issue of fake news pokuna salon. And it more common way election they come our governance system. People then can post bad thing them about politicians, post bad thing about other people them, and another even fact check and they send all about bloggers and stuff. They even they not get training on how for students and they how for check if something authentic. So now I make BBC Media partner with UNDP, we then give you the money. Follow we could train some journalists them, bloggers and also social media influencers because then people they know the gateway and then they interact with the internet fast. So we train them on how and enhance their skill for make them able for tackle fake news, okay, and hate speech as well. The training will give them advanced training on how they go able for ensure say any news we then see, then get tools we then go use for fact check and for say this not true or not true before them post them back. But also from where they able to develop stories them and content them way na real thing them where they happen, but also with quality. So I make sure we train them. Now 25 of them will train at the advanced training for over 14 days, and also we train other 35 na McKinney when the one they will train and then go do that training they back to the other people them. The essence of all this are for ensure say people are where they dinner media most times for able to get capacity for check news if it okay before them post them, but for also for able for stop hate speech and also fake news.
Okay, through this training, I want to see any impacts on them.
Of course, we don't begin to see impact even before certification today. Today we can certify them. We don't begin to see impact and they create content them already. Then they train them company in our office on how to write stories. Then also they train them company on how to write a story them, and also they train them how for fact check. When anything they see that they check and first, they say okay or no okay before they post them. So we don't begin to see that kind of, and then self appreciate them so much. And we not only tap them, we give them tools them, we give them website them, we give them training materials and we don't go always use as reference for check. And if they want to do training for them company at the office them.
In name na Abdin Tunda Joe Smith, project manager na BBC Media Action. If they talk to Aisha Kagbo for sake training we then conduct for social media influencers, them bloggers and journalists them on how for tackle mis and disinformation. Aisha Kagbo will be same way to talk to journalists and blogger where we don't participate by this training, and at this time we get for tell them.
Basically, within the 2 months training, the first stage was for attend an in-person training of one week each, And then you go back, you attend an online training. But during the online training, you also go get for they produce a story on, using the skills them where they don't teach you. The stories can be different. The story ideas not fixed in and we all for do, but everybody will come up with different story ideas. But at that same time, if you're able to put into practice what they don't teach you. And for me, from that point, from the in-person training to the online training and working on the story, I be also get for go do a training, I'm a training for BBC Media Action on waiting them in on train with. So now be like a training of trainers experience on me on fact checking and hate speech.
So I get for implementer to the one that will follow you as a
So as a journalist, first of all, I'll get for make sure say are able for the fact check effectively information the way they deal with, including using OSINT tools, that are outside source information tools them, we get for do with image, videos, contents, and all of them things and they how I need for the fact check. Then also as a media trainer, this one give me more skills, more ideas on training the way they roll out for fact check for me mentees them, how they can able for fact check them contents the way they use now in different media houses.
It was amazing as a content creator and also as a storyteller. Suddenly write some stories them where they tackle misinformation, disinformation, and the way this training come, so I thought them as an opportunity for me as a social media influencer and also a content creator. And with this training done equipped me as a content creator for fast check, disinformation, and also hate speeches. Because looking at the current media age now, disinformation don't become a key target of society where someone just share content without verify. So this thing at least will contribute immensely to me as a media personality. So I think this now just an eye opener because over the years as a content creator, so my content them always a credible content, even to me followers them out there. They don't give me that kind of applause because are the rights based on the journalistic standard. So this training don't help me immensely, and so I don't start for implement to within Southern Land from this training. So a very good opportunity, and also want for thank BBC Media Action, Sierra Leone for granting this opportunity as content creators and also as
Plenty thank you to Aisha Kagbo. We're taking time for talk to journalist and content creator. We go to BBC Media Action training on how to tackle mis and disinformation. The program we watch now Voices at 7. They can live on Voices Online TV, on Facebook and on YouTube. Yourself can be part of this program. Drop we comment now Facebook page comment section or YouTube channel comment section name. So yourself can be part of the program. The program they continue and they look at another issue inside the program. This morning we go straight na Pujon District. Government be introduced the free health care for women the way they give Bobby, Kumbra them, Bele woman them and other people them, especially picking them with the under 5 years. But how the free health care don't they work? My colleague na Radio 1J, Mustafa Masare, be talk to people them and at this time we get for tell them about what they think and how the free health care they work na Pujon District.
They work for the organization owner they read and call Youth in Action for Development Sierra Leone, when a community-based civil society organization where they work in the interest of young people, picking them and women them in this district and the country at large.
You they work for women them, picking them, and community people and the chiefdoms them na Pujon District. When are the 14 chiefdoms them? Tell me the knowledge we get on the free health care na Pujon District.
Thank you very much. The knowledge we go share with me people for free health care issue now the district where they look at different facilities them when are the positive part. Try they will be they get them difficult say we get greater mileage where people they cover for go access health facility. We don't see say improvement done there now that for now some distance will go as a great say far now around then 5 miles, except the riverine communities will still remain forget the same challenge. And then looking at the next free health issue concern we now the positive, we don't get plenty health workers then now we now the MCH aid and other senior cadres there within at the health facilities where they provide service for people then at immediate needs when they need is needed or expected. You know, but like looking at the next areas where we get concern around for the free health care, it started well where we get the names, ambulance them where, you know, they provide services, you know, now with different chiefdoms them. We don't see say now the scarcity of the ambulance in the support of the free health care with certain cases at community level or at chiefdom level not going to be attended to in that particular community because we get level in the health service delivery. You get places when at CHC, you get places when at CHW then you get places when at MCH aid, we get the maternity here and we get the government hospital. So when you look at the different cadres there where services will be provided and you look at the involvement of people who need attention, there are certain places you don't treat them at the community where they so you have to travel with them. So if we get the challenge around the ambulance issue, we don't drastically reduce.
Well, how does it affect sick people in our communities?
Well, of course, this is why I'm very serious because if you look at the free health care and the ambulance scarcity or less availability, when equally you look at the chiefdom, you know, distances and the road network, you know, some of the maternal deaths there where we can get, you know, can result to the delay even for access who side forget the rightful attention, you know, then one. Then of course the ambulance then presses within the district way limited. You go see say there are cases then go take them either on amok or people they hold them and you're gonna go supposed for be so and the time frame at which if for access even when the health facility gets the service of free health care where they're not regular day, then for reach with them now the government hospital or maternity sometimes it can equally challenging. Then people get a lot of talkings around communities the way we call them catchment communities for health facilities. You know, these are areas who equally need for consider that there are certain catchment communities where not they part of that particular health facility, but then they get the health services now that particular catchment. So that now one factor equally, then now another factor we can contribute for like drugs of that particular needs within the free health care categories of beneficiaries, it is done quick because that particular drugs they speedily done because there are communities where they within the health facility with that particular health facility not to engage in catchment communities then they but because of the proxiness or the kind service or that particular health worker they deliver people lekker or gladly for them it's a bit talk to community people now they plenty people they run down so it can make scarcity of drugs with the free health care drugs can done fast in a certain facilities.
So more watch at this other category of people them when are the vulnerable people them when are disabled physically challenged people them and the school picking them where recently government don't add to the free health care how they say when they work as youth or women them how they say the benefits how they see the impact on that.
This one need plenty engagement and sensitization. Because the stereotype we all get, free health care been just there for belle woman them, cumbra there we call lactating murder, then of course under 5 picking them. So now if we don't get the disabled or the physically challenged, including the one that way they go school where they don't put, of course if the free health care don't capture all these categories of people, that means the free health care mean well. You know, it mean well for the people of this country. But the only thing we need for educate with people them on other than now the beneficiaries them for the free health care.
That have been Dr. Momo Nyale, medical superintendent na the government hospital na Pujon district. Be they talk to my colleague Mustafa Mansari. Well, Mustafa be same also talk to people them. Plus where they live with disability and one civil society activist and then be gets for tell them but waiting anything but the free health care at that district.
Yeah, the success is them Boku, especially Sierra Leone in general. If you look at the earning power of the people. You know, so we get, what like you say, middle class, then you get another class where, you know, they earn too much. You can find a lot of them people, then they, now the provinces in particular, me, most of it I get for say, now get for revolve around what's happening at the provinces. But you know, the more you go into the provinces, the more you see more people who are poor. So the free health don't do a lot for them people them day. So they help out not just medication, but whether they can hospital, they know they pay like for chat, where other people that they pay for. Basically, it cover so much for them as far as their medication and everything we get for do with medicine concern.
So what are the category of people who do they directly benefit from this free health care?
Okay, so initially when government been start, they be make and force belly woman under 5 and lactating mothers. That is woman they would give picking bobby. But now also they don't include some other categories like the disabled, then school picking them. So now then 2 other categories then we don't add. So the benefit from the free health care.
So with all the benefits and what they do, will I get any challenges them who will they face?
Yes, well, like you say, no system not the way 100% foolproof. So I think it's not the same with the free health care, because sometimes the demand can be higher than waiting we get in stock. So sometimes because you know they far compared to other districts like Bo, Freetown. So sometimes they can get delay for receive supplies. Also, in fact, they get the PHU them, things like that. So sometimes we can get delay. But one good thing with the government don't do for counter them challenges, if you run out of stock, you can make what we can do to call emergency requests. Most say, for example, anti-malaria. If you not get anti-malaria, you can put in emergency requests. Now NMSA, then NMSA go honor.
So with then kind people then within that peripheral units, then they kind challenges that will occur. So then back equally, how then back we will try for remedial?
The health system generally in the district, every district in 2 parts. You get the primary health and the secondary health. We they deal with the secondary health, we in a hospital we base. So the primary health then responsible for the entire district, including the hospital. We not the DMO, the head that aspect there. So he can always make sure say them problem and then see how they address them both with the help of government and partners then. Something and then they can get partners who can help for transport things them from the district medical store to the periphery, the PHUs them. So we get all them things in place. So instead of getting young challenges at times, but with the help of government and some partners then including Quam, Save the Children, even World Vision, etc., they all can come in for help for see how they can make sure say them free health commodities then reach the appropriate people then and on time.
So how can you do refers then for belly woman critical cases them on a PHUs them to the main maternity hospital?
Okay, so the referral be done they happen 2 names, but you know from time to time we don't get some challenges. But now they back the NGOs then can come in for help with. For example, we get Quam, we can help with referral, especially for belly woman them and picking them. Sometimes then what they can do so they can give what to call transport refunds. So if the person take a bike, he come, then go pay for the bike, they also pay for the person where they go. Because the ambulance, for one ambulance actually very expensive. So for the one that we can afford mostly for like for sit dump and bike, they can provide for the transport refunds. But I also get updates say then the ministry they work in full swing for make sure say names begin work back effectively. Maybe even Kaya then can do some surveillance, they can ask with some questions and for know which challenges then we don't present to them, then don't go, then they go get back onto we. Because from what I understand, they want to make the system they back in full swing like I done there before, where they refer different category of cases, that is non-free health and free health.
The free health care, they be say a day for belly woman, Kumbra, picking where they under 5, now the free health care they for. But later they may get for include with persons with disability, they be say we say the part of her. But a day on paper, e not practicalize.
Why you say not practicalize?
Because when we can go for medical service, the doctor they see we they know the whole money in our hand. But for the medicine, pass we buy, they say the government not saying any drugs for we. That free healthcare drugs for we. They're not saying that to them yet. So if you don't get money now, but off we don't die safe because of that. Pass so if you get family we care for you, it will able to take care of your medication. But if not to that, you not go find for you.
So una as persons with disability, what are challenges then when they face around the free healthcare?
One, some people they not want even that stress because when they go, then they turn them down. Say government not say no medicine for them for persons with disability. You know they even go to the hospital again. You see, they not they even visit the health facility again because person they visit the health facility for let you go get the service. But if you go, you not get money, you not go get the service. So some of them they prefer for them now us, then they prepare doctor themselves, which is not good. You not fine for we all.
So what type of sickness then we like normally report we free care not cover we like it una?
Or even typhoid fever because now common. Of course, hypertension then they don't get their own clinic. Then are free. Like you now able person they get the service free. But other diseases then disease conditions then they pass you pay money. Most of the disabled then they don't get money. Now this will end there. You see, even for let them get access the transportation for let them move if then they na the town outside the healthcare the health facility then they refer them say una go na the district hospital. Some can say I not get money, I not get transport, I not sabi possible where they go stay to. Then they prefer for them villages then say God take their life, which is not good. We don't lost boku of members then through by that.
So when I don't put them cases then across to any other organizations then for medicine say they will count on aid for support.
I not say this other doctor waiting now, but for the other years then, even during the time of the late man, the amputee and war wounded chairman, with alongside with the blind chairman, we all go to that hospital pass our name. I write a lot of letters. We go to that hospital then at the same thing and tell we. So we say we don't tire now, we don't sit down. Social welfare, of course, now we lead the ministry. Ain't nobody's with problem here because all the time we they complain to her. But instead, you not get that opportunity for let it provide medicine for we. You see, I don't know some other humanitarian organizations then they go come in for help we so that we will get this free healthcare services or medication in the correct manner as with the reports na the facilities then.
That's now people in now Pujon district be they talk on the free health care which and thing but the program right now Voices at 7 they come to live on Voices Online TV.
And on the line now they go and talk to Pikin movement as we get the executive director Wena Abdullahi Sware. They on the line now as yesterday we see Usai them pull a press release. They call on people, organization and everybody where they show concern towards the alleged rape and kill 8-year-old girl Pikin for show respect and make justice there with privacy for this girl Pikin. Well, make we join Abdullahi Swai now in the executive director Pikin movement. Good morning, director, and welcome to the program Voices at 7 a.m.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much.
Okay. We see una issue out a press release yesterday with regards the alleged 8-year-old Pikin where they alleged say they rape and kill. First of all, waiting una take on this particular issue as an organization where don't they advocate for picking them na the country.
Yeah, it was a very sad day for we as a child protection organization for lawyer that horrible situation on a child. A very, very sad day and unfortunate day for we as a child protection organization, not only for Pikin, but all child protection organizations in this country will not be taken kindly. And the worst thing what we see now, where they display the image of the child in social media and other forums, then we'll be really not be happy over that.
So now this prompts the release way una pull.
Come again, please.
I said so if now this prompts the release way una pull where you say una see people they display the photo of the 8-year-old girl Pikin.
Yes, now one of such, but it don't really come on now from the country where they can don't rape victims then or they don't abuse speaking then. Where then they go and display their photos then, that they display their images, they even call their names then. And this one just been add. So even now as I talk, we may see other speaking waiting up among two adults then. Then they name the Peking in picture or a video that they go and talk, say this, they don't repent, they don't repent. So now that really don't prompt me. Because over the years, we will not be get social media, will be the trained journalists then on the privacy of children. But now everybody don't turn journalists in the country. So any small thing happen, so now that make we pull the press release for let really tell the public say what did happen for the Peking then against the Peking then image for display the image is not good.
Okay.
It's not good at all.
So now this one a same press release. We also see also una they call for justice for this particular issue. Why the concern for justice?
Yes, because one, it is against the law. It is against the law for public Peking image, Peking where they don't abuse. It is against the law for public they can't Peking the image. One, we treat them matter than they as confidential, as privacy. You know, even in court, they can Peking they not they allow everybody for going to the court. Now confidential we then for doing. And so if people don't think that the habits now for the display picking the image, now it is against the law and government and other individuals for the take action against that kind of thing that the way they happen in the country against we picking them.
Mr. Sware, what in this mean for the family? Because we don't see now they don't share in face in full name. So what in this mean for a family where it all FBM?
Yeah, they just further traumatize the family. They traumatize them. They make them become very sad. They become a whole lot of things. We for them, they really support the family, not for display the bikini image. No, when I read it, no, like it's just like if I do good. Then the other day newspaper, then a newspaper then publish all me image. I mean, I go feel good. The same way if some bad thing don't happen to person, the other day you see the image then social media all over. It victimize the parents then. It make them become more traumatic. So really not bad. Very very bad. Psychologically, they're not in the right mind right now. Then further would they go and display the image of that child, not good at all, my brother. Not good.
Okay, let me talk about the other concerns them. Apart from the call for lady privacy, lady justice, and let they respect the family at this dark and sad moment for them. What's other concern again on a movement though is concerning this matter?
Well, actually, where we are about this matter, we go into action because we as a child protection organization, still not they just happen no more. You begin with this. So we do with investigation. Let we get the correct information. Then, but before we go into action, but the one we then do, what we really against. Now that make we pull the press release now for say no. This one is not correct. Let them stop for display, pick them where they don't abuse the image them, not any public forum. Now social media and newspaper is not good at all.
Okay.
So other things then would follow up and actions will be taken.
Okay. In general, what in this mean for the teachers them? We supposedly they're supposed to be a guardian for them picking and they. What in this mean if the allegation like this time they come up say that they abuse the picking them where they look up to them, where them for protecting picking and they.
And the most unfortunate side down there. And the most unfortunate side, and now this will they talk. Most of them school that can just take anybody for go teach now then schools and where they not to train and qualified teachers there. Now one of the things and then the way they happen and the way the ministry really get for take a very bold step for really monitor them, particularly the private schools. Where they talk about teacher, we get what we call a teacher's code of conduct, where we know say every teacher for know that teacher's code of conduct, where it they really states the responsibilities, the duties, the functions of a teacher. So for a teacher, for law begin there is a teacher then they abuse speaking then, it really unfortunate. It really unfortunate. And the ministry for really take some hard actions on teachers, particularly if teacher not somebody who is not trained as a teacher, may not teaching at the school. Because most of them then they cause them kind of problem today. Because they are untrained, they are not qualified for learning at the school, for even come into contact with picking them. So if then they at their schools and they go do a lot of things there. So the first of all we need for what we get for do is let we really employ trained and qualified teachers for really interact with picking at the schools then. Yeah, that would be one of the things then. Because for a teacher for really abuse a child to that level, it really unfortunate.
Okay. So finally, before we left you, Mr. Swaye, we don't see for long term now. When things and they were so happen, people and organization them they issue out press releases, call for justice, call for privacy or whatsoever. How far them press releases so don't they go? They don't make any impact as to what don't they call for?
Yeah, as child protection organization, the first thing we do in advocacy, and we believe say then press statements and press release that we can make na part of advocacy for the Peking then. And for us, honestly, it a great impact. Because, like, for example, we want to see the press release, we are not submitting one day, when are able to call me, say, okay, come and really explain to the public. So that one impact down the way it creates. And also, we not just make press statements we sit down. We can also make follow-up on those press statements and really take action. So this press release will pull, we're not just the left on paper, we got for make follow-up, we got for take actions. And not only for this child, but for any other future actions that we would take. Anybody where the public speaking in name, speaking where they don't abuse, speaking where they don't rape, where you know safeguard and where you know protect that image in privacy, you publish and we go come after you. Lord against that.
So, as speaking organization, what will be your own contribution towards getting quick investigation and also justice into this matter, apart from the press release we don't issue out now? Waiting on other steps there as contribution for CC we get speedy investigation and also justice into this matter.
Yes, like I will say earlier, we don't put the press release. The other thing now is we are now following up the case and we will follow up this case, and maybe in future we will come on radio, we will tell you and say this is not the action and as so we don't stop.
All right.
Or as the case to go, we will follow up on. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Executive Director Peking to Peking Movement, for where you take it and joining at the program this morning, and we wish you all the best.
The program
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
The program we watch now, Voices at 7, it comes to you live from Voices Online TV on Facebook and on YouTube. The program they continue.
All right. And at the studio this morning, we want to welcome Emmanuel Bondo, Esquire, we're in a program lead, Natural Resources, Rights and Governance Program, now the Network Movement for Justice and Development. Good morning, Emmanuel, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Fatima.
Okay. Well, like I was telling you earlier on, today na the program, we can talk to the Network Movement for Justice and Development as they don't pull one report now to we titled Social Audit Report 2024, where gets for do it findings them on some mining coming in them na the country. Well, we can get this discussion and don't forget for drop we comment question to the number 034-225-373. The number again is 034-225-373, or you go na any of we comment section in our Facebook or YouTube channel and drop we comment there. we dey continue with the program, and now we dey come to we studio guest we na Emmanuel Lundu from NMJD. Emmanuel, first of all, let we go again, let we get small background, but NMJD, let people understand why this report and why una do this kind of work and who side we dey head for.
Thank you very much for such a question.
You're welcome.
NMJD, we mean Network Movement for Justice and Development. We are a civil society organization, not for profit making, non-political. We don't be in existence since 8 February 1988. We are about 35-6 years standing in advocacy at this country.
Not all.
The niche of NMJD is capacity building and advocacy around resource rights and governance issues. Way back in the year 2000, where NMJD started interest around mineral justice in this country, we conduct a study we call Art of the Matter, where that study they be revealed say one of the key factors we make Salone civil war be intense and prolonged na the thirst and desperation for diamonds, where the direct and secondary factors that will be attached to the war, they were interested in diamonds. So a similar kind of study was conducted in Congo, DRC, where they self project the same findings that the war in Congo, diamond be play a key role. So then two reports here be necessitate, influence and persuade people around the world where they initiate a global phenomenon called the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme, where they for purify the sales of diamond. So the keeping a process where they frown at diamond for selling at the global market we come off from blood or confusion or illegal trade. So NMJD don't buy an interest in resource rights and governance issue over 2 decades ago.
Okay.
So over the years, we interest now for ensure we support government in the governance of the sector. We do other advocacy and communities empowerment in youth, women, agriculture, and other aspects. But this project we need to manage, therefore do it, the Natural Resource Rights and Governance Program, we therefore do it mining and the environment.
All right, continue for the between the program. Una don't get a background of Network Movement for Justice and Development, so now una go understand why they do this report. Let me go to the report proper. Social Audit Report 2024. What do you think about this particular research we una do?
Mining generally synonymous to destruction or development, depending on how it is managed. Now, one of the thematic areas in the governance of this sector get to do with the fiscal regime and revenue management. So, down to community level, you get what we call subnational revenues. We get to do transfer and payment to primary host communities were affected by the mining operations here. So one of the giant funds where they come up from mining company to affected communities get for do what we call Community Development Fund, were provided by law. In the previous act of 2009, the provisions say all companies for pay minimum 0.01% of the annual turnover to the host communities where they affected by the operation. Come 2023, we don't get a new act. We now name the Mines and Minerals Development Act, where in your provisions say all companies will don't sign this CDA for give 1% to the host communities for development. So, but this don't happen for over 5-6 years ago. So we solicit support from Development and Peace, then they Canada. Then self na a donor partner were interested in mining justice across the world. So about 2 years ago, we start to develop this proposal. So then fund we So the project now a 3-year span project. We're in the first year we do. So every year we go for to produce these reports. So this is the first year reports we produce, so we will go for continue for produce them. So we target 5 mining companies. Koidu Limited na kono, Wongo Mining Company na the same kono, Sierra Diamonds na Tongo, Vimetco, that is Sierra Minerals Holding, where they across Moyamba, Bont and Bo, and Sierra Rutile, where they across Bont and Moyamba. Now then concession here we target. All of them companies here I mentioned over the past 3-4 years, don't they give money to the host communities them for development. So the study basically they look at waiting them companies here don't give to them communities here. And the one they will receive them money here, how responsible they don't manage them money here for reflect the felt needs of them people. Now that's the social audits they're about.
So what do you find out?
We find out a lot.
Mm-hmm. No discuss that.
First, one key thing where, for example, Koidu Limited, where the people they raise. Koidu Limited begin mined sometime 2017. That is where the mandate changed to Koidu Limited, 2017. Before it become Koidu Limited, there were other names. The one that will be in charge of the operation. Before Koidu Limited came, they began what they call Octia. And before Octia, then got what they call Koidu Holdings. So, but when the management came into Koidu Limited now, about 2017. Now, the provision of 2009 Act, we see companies for 0.01% to them companies here. Now, the defense we Koidu Limited again at that, at the time where the law came into being, they not be there into operation yet. Right? So the act don't come before then go into the CDA agreement. Now, waiting the people they argue and we the advocates they argue that you don't need for them go into the CDA agreement before you put in a corner waiting the law say. Before the CDA agreement, the community they in existence. And your operation don't they affect the community. So it is your obligation for being put on a corner, small, until the time where the structure is constructed. So these are the points of argument. So Koidu Limited they say they need legal clarification before then going into any compliance. However, there are a lot of engagement who don't take place over the years. They don't admit see for waiting the people call backlog. They're ready for give $800,000 for all the years where they owe, where they not be the pay. But they need give physical cash. To some extent, they are right. So they say they only support community in project. Let the community go into consultation and see which kind of community needs they need for support. Then they go inject that $800,000 into project. Now, why then say they take that position? Now then they do the operation and then they actually affect communities. So if they not stand firm for monitor and see their money when they release to community, it properly spent, let people get the satisfaction they need so that that peaceful coexistence go exist between them and community. Then just give money like that, it go into the drain. When the pressure they mount, now then back it they fall out. So we don't have a problem with that. Hence, the money they release into the community and the felt needs of the people are met.
Okay. One key thing when I say 1% deduction from the gross annual turnover. What in this they talk about?
Now, when then companies here, the calendar year of operation, not they go like the normal calendar. Koidu Limited, for example, they talk about the operational year they run from May to every year. So at the end of every year, all diamonds where they don't sell, the total income we can inside before tax deduction, I will call total turnover. Okay. So whatever they sell, you understand, 1% of what they sell, 9 for B, the community share. Not to favor the community. By the law, now a share you transfer to the people. People themselves belong to that money because of the pains, the hardship when they go through. So 1%, that's what the new law say for go to them. But as we speak now, then they pay 0.25%. We even they above the previous provision of the old law,
Okay.
where we appreciate. But now that the new law don't come, we say them for pay 1%. You understand? They are reluctant to pay 1% upfront. Now, legally speaking, then get a defense. Because the lease agreement where every mining company they exist on, now a law in itself. Because now a decision where the table of cabinets and table of parliament. Parliament they approve and they come before president they are aware. You understand? So when a state go into mining lease agreement with a company, because the Constitution of Sierra Leone give the president the power for going to agreements, treaties or convention for and on behalf of the people of this country. So every contract negotiation where we go into with a mining company are with the blessing of the president. We go into the lease agreement, and they come back before the president for approve. So the lease agreement where they between Sierra Leone and Koidu Limited, now a law in itself. So waiting inside the agreement, now the company they stick to. Right? Okay. So then get right for challenge, say the 0.25% where they in the agreement, and then they pay to. But here we they plead to their conscience for give the human face of the circumstance. This now one of the reasons we make at the time we'll start the review of the Act 2019. We suggest to government, say, when I put on hold all mining lease agreements, why should we go into this new law? So that all agreements will be reviewed for they in line with the provision of this new law. But government find it very difficult because if they put on hold on mining operation, the income they give to the national coffers, it will be questionable. And government rely on them funds here from the mining. So government will be put on hold operations, right? So they allow the mining lease agreement for going in existence. Now, it don't arise to what we call conflict of laws. Because this new act don't come, we embrace, say, them for adhere to, then the old to their own lease agreement on a law in itself say, now this will be bank on. So unless and until, then give the human face of to this new law.
Okay. Now, Bondo, one issue according to the report when I put together, there's some amount of transparency in one certain comment when I talk about partial records seizure.
Well, that's not for do with the company, not to the company that one day. This get for do with the structure where they manage the money. We then call Community Development Committee. Okay. These are the same corner. Now the community we call limited they pay this money to.
Okay. Like the executive will then put together for manage the
fund. Yes. This get for do with Bench and Tankoro communities, chiefdom, so to speak. Now be a whole chaotic situation where the outgoing executive, they move off office, clear all the records. The new executive don't come, they're not getting no trace. Right? Now, we don't share this report with the NMA when the implementing wing of the government. Say this is not correct. Now, UNA by law, they implement the Mining Act. We as civil society are supposed to support government work. There is no way this executive they move out, then can go all the record. What's not the problem? What's not the hide where the incoming executive not understand what they don't receive, and over the past 4-5 years, how they don't spend people money. We need for
government
public money. Yes. It is breach section 37 of the Anti-Corruption Act. Where you don't receive and far and away of people. Now public money, you for account for them. So on the day we launch this report, the Directorate of Community Affairs and Community Development be present. And NMA be present and instead recognize the report and don't pledge in commitment of the Minerals Agency. Say this is more time for us to work together, right? So that we look at all the community issues here. Then they make an effort, being honest with you. NMA is one of the most effective wing, you understand, in this sector. We don't get one problem with the NMA. We get open doors, we collaborate, we participate. Even before the CDA structures be consulted across the country, now we will be get the CDA working group where we develop the model, where they guide as to how them for operate. But we don't notice say over the years, people they do things as they want. So this is time for that we all come out firm and strong for make sure say we review the do's and don'ts of them committees there and let some amount of penalty be attached. people they play with them money here, therefore be responsible and no say now public money in the manage. So where billions of leons they pass through youth and you need for know how they manage people money so that the transaction people need they get them from them funds here.
Okay. One other thing una find out, una put on this una report, the social audit report 2024 on the mining companies them. Una talk about lack of accountability and representation. What thing this they speak towards?
Now, the very issue they talk about is lack of accountability. If I sit down in office and I want to allow you for that you can see what I be done to do. You ask me success, so you need for know so I don't come out. Who's are they? Now that they inform you decision as to where you head from. You need for learn from my best practices, we good, and my wrongs. You shape yourself up. So this has been the complaint of the succeeding executive that they don't get a trace as to who side they come and where they head for. Now, in terms of representation, we notice say vulnerable groups like women, PWDs, they don't get space into them structures here. And we see the world all over and Sierra Leone with no exception, the effort we make for push women issue. So these are growing concern across all the communities the way we do this study that they need women for come on board then structures here for they promote women cry and issues. And even people with disabilities, we need them on board then structures here so that when the money they come, when they take decision as to how them for disburse the money here, let certain portion be put aside for women issues, others go for PWDs.
Okay. We can continue this conversation. Let we go quick now, sports desk and get sports as we join with sports reporter Shilon for giving update on what did happen at the sporting world. Now not time for sports.
Good morning and welcome to the Voices Online TV Sports Update with me, Joseph Adeshilon Mansare. Inside with Sports Update today, the Ashantonian women team don't gain them promotion to the Sierra Leone Women Elite League for the 2024-2025 season. Then play 4 match, win 3 and draw 1. They get 10 points. We make them gain the promotion to the Sierra Leone Women Elite League for the 2024-2025 season. Followed by the Rising Queen women's team from the northern part of the country. Then serve them join Ashantonians now the Women's Elite League for 2024-2025 season. We see us Rising Queen be play 4 matches, they win 3 and lost 1, they get 9 points. We make them gain them promotion to the Sierra Leone Women's Elite League for 2024-2025 season. Away from that, the Sierra Leone men's team winner Leon Star go play Chad on Wednesday inside Ivory Coast, where it's a must win for our Dali Leon Star. Leon Star be play Ivory Coast inside Ivory Coast, where then be get a loss, play Zambia, then Zambia be defeats them, be play Chad, then be get a 1-1 draw and play the return leg against Ivory Coast inside Liberia. They be defeats Liberia by a long goal to, and that goal they be scored by Bakayoko. And now Leon Star they play Chad on Wednesday. We mean say Leon Star forget to win against Chad because currently as it stands, Leon Star get 4 points. Meaning if they get 4 points, they win against Chad. Come Wednesday, that go see we automatically we get hopes. We hopes don't keep alive for qualify for the AFCON 2025. Away from that, Coach Amidou Karim don't reinstate Kai Kamara back into our Dali Leon Star team, and also IB competitor from Bow Rangers, and also Moses Toure from Denmark. They all done included for the AFCON 2025 qualification, and also Alassane Koroma and also Indolo Doumbouya go miss out for Sierra Leone crucial fixture where we go play Chad inside Ivory Coast, as we see both players get injury, wish them a speedy recovery. And away from that, we don't see the Basketball Federation that hold their first ever meeting last week Friday for them first ever National League will go take place this coming December. Inside the sports, we away from the local sports, we go inside the international scene. Manchester City be get a loss against Brighton by 2-1. Manchester United continue the winning mentality under Coach Ruud van Nistelrooy. Then we get a comfortable win by 3-0. 2 goals from Bruno Fernandes, 1 goal from Garnacho. And also Chelsea be get a 1-1 draw against Arsenal. That's not a perfect start for the Arsenal as they still continue. They no one lost any match against Chelsea. This now all we get inside Voices Online Sports Update with me, Joseph Adeshilon Mansare.
Well, now all that we get our sport deck. So I want to say plenty thank you to Shilon for we put the sport news day together. The program we watch our voice at 7. They can see live on Voice Online TV, on YouTube and on Facebook. The program they continue.
And we they go come back to the studio guest. Don't forget for drop we comment question. So the number 034-225-373. The number again is 034-225-373. Or you go so now, you go and do so now with YouTube or Facebook comment section then. As we continue with the discussion with the Network Movement for Justice and Development NMJD, then 2024 social audit reports where then just don't pull na do. And we still get out of the studio with me this morning, Emmanuel Bundu. Emmanuel, I come back to you. This report, it gets so many findings. Let me come to the what we get for with lack of accountability and representation. What in this mean? What do I find out? Tell me more about this particular recommendation.
I just do analyze, say, the CDC outgone na Tankoro and Bense, they now give account in terms of the record with the incoming executive for dwell on. But they probably focus on that this caption of the findings. They also refer to the 1% where companies for remit to the host communities. Now the concerned community they raise now that they know the total income of them companies here. Because this they say now 1% of the annual turnover, where they don't sell all them produce them, waiting they make for the year. Communities are now interested to know how many millions of dollars, hundreds of dollars, as the case may be, where a particular company make over in calendar year na then community. And let the NMA do the calculation. You understand? Let them show and transparently how they arrive at the 1%, and then go know genuinely what they deserve. Right? Now, if you look at the objective of this study we will conduct, now two limbs to the focus. We want for see increase money from then company here to then community here. One level money go to the people. That is one of our intention. Second, we want for see increased transparency and accountability of them money here. When more money don't come out from the mining companies to the community, we don't come to community. We want for see say they are judiciously and responsibly managed for reflect the wishes and aspirations of people. That is our focus. So once more for come from the company to the community, and then when they manage them on here, we need government support, government pressure for make sure say, make them discipline the way they control them on here, make them use the money correctly. That is our spirit behind this whole mission.
So Emmanuel, how all now one day go happen? Where would they see so many findings where get for with plenty challenges? Also would they see a whole CDC executive member they go with documents where another executive supposed for car use so many challenges, even the one we get for with the money stuff when they give community people don't know how much money.
Now this mining team we'll talk about now a sector where highly political and influential. We need the political will if ever we for succeed in all of them campaign here. But with or without the political will, this not make NMJD and other CSOs relent. We keep on doing what we do for increase the capacity of communities, other CSOs, and we continue for engage government. The last time we pulled a position paper press release around the Mineral Wealth Fund, where we raised some questions. We even write precedents around that. We hope for get feedback from government who raise all their concerns then they, right? So like, this is what we do. This is what we focus doing. So we continue to ask government for create the open door and create the opportunity for us to collaborate and monitor this sector. We monitor then CDCs here. We look forward to the NMA, the Ministry of Mines, and perhaps the support from State House. We need the political will for us to keep doing what we do. So that them money here, they come to community for development, then go carefully use them, we go reflect.
All right, I think we'll take some text message. We them don't pass for take message, but we go and get some message. We get some na the 034225373. This first one here, so from Sia, from Kono, they say, good morning, Voices Online TV. And thanks so much for bringing on board this report. Please, how can we get the report from Kono District? Okay. This other one, we come at the program from Mohammed Dean. Mohammed Dean, they say, a very good report. Please explain further, but again, having political will into mining activity will only be the one that has to do with political favor on the side of the politicians. But the general one, I am afraid, will never reach there. This other one, where don't come inside the program, they say, this report needs proper popularization. Please keep it up and see how all mining companies and also the least community people will understand what is in this report. The other one, where don't come inside the program, they say, okay, we will bring the report from Konogis now. It will come. This other one, where we will read on the same report, they say, okay, for share the report as well. How then we get the report, somebody else will ask. This other one, where I will read, they say, Voices Online TV, mining issues and challenges are not new in Sierra Leone. And there are so many challenges when it comes to mining, especially within Kono and other relevant districts that are operating on mining activities. But again, the biggest challenge here is having the political will. And this political will never come to be. The last one, they really say, thank you so much for putting this report together. How are you going to push for effective implementation into this report, especially the one that has to do with relevant recommendation? It comes out from Munda P. It say it is text from Freetown. Okay, let's start from that last one.
Yeah.
Emmanuel.
The report in our website, right?
Okay.
And we also don't share.
The website so that they will go there.
Okay, I'll make it and send them. They will do them, right? We also don't give Mohamed Kone instead we don't do some posting of the report.
Okay.
I will also be clear you get them. They want to have help for share them. They will get them through the office na Kono, NMJD office na Kono.
Okay.
And in terms of popularization, we intend for take this report across the 5 mining company concession areas.
Okay.
So we'll make the soft available across the country.
One thing we wanna find out, we wanna pick out, because I always the figure we talk about the 1% under the compliance and royalty payment. I want it to light on this under compliance and royalty payment.
Of Wongo mining companies?
Under this share outside community development agreement. You get this one we talk about. Initially, the rutile mining company refused to comply with the 1% annual gross revenue requirement.
Okay. Now, say a rutile in the lease agreements get a specific amount where governments be going to agreement with them, say them for pay to them communities here, with $100,000
every year.
Yes, after the calendar year.
Okay.
So then we don't get an understanding there with Salon government before even the 2009 Act. So the concern way the affected community be the raised now that they not get knowledge as to what in rutile they make every year. And just the $100,000 wouldn't they give rutile, then they will determine whether the $100,000 they below the threshold of the law or above. So the people with the raised concern say, let rutile disclose the annual turnover, do the calculation, let them know whether the $100,000 exceed or below. Because the people were so doubtful. that if they go to the calculation, it's supposed for they above the $100,000 way which I be give them. That was the belief of the people, right?
So but still, which I still they refuse. According to our findings, they refuse to pay the 1% annual gross revenue requirement.
They're not beginning for pay it.
They're not beginning for pay.
But there are a lot of discussions who don't go on
Okay.
with the NMA, the Ministry of Mines, where they don't agree say then go begin pay.
So,
but they're not start for pay it.
Rabondola asks you, I don't work on mineral mining issues then. Why there is this lack of transparency between mining companies, the community, and even the people who are involved?
This comes in the political will. Now, the bottleneck of all of this is that it is scaring on the side of government and it is panicking on the side of company. For come out in the public and tell the whole world, say, that this will make for the year. I don't know if you see it at this year.
Understand.
Right? It's really tough for them to do them. Right? So on the side of we the advocates and communities, we say them for do one for no. We think company A, they make at this community per the year. Then calculate the people they don't share. They go to the people them. So this is not the bottleneck of all of this. And that kind of decision for let you force company for disclose actually waiting there and make. Don't forget to see the NMA, the National Minerals Revenue Authority, right? They know exactly within every company they make in this country per year.
Because in all of this, the report, when I report, they point out that what me don't see, what me understand, there is this gap. People don't actually get knowledge of what's in the happen.
No, yes, that is the bottleneck. That turnover, no company no disclose it in this country. For tell the people say, now XYZ amount of $1 million will make to out this year. So from this amount, we calculate 1%. This is the sum total where they go to our community development fund.
So in all of this, who are the biggest loser in this? Because the people are they get in community, but they not actually they get waiting they support for. Who are the things in like who are the biggest loser in all of this?
Well, definitely I cannot tell you whether the loser because even from one position, we anticipate say the calculation not proper, subject to investigation and determination, right? Now, you find out say, then here will they talk, right? Therefore, be waiting really they lead with people to the development we want. So, because we know they know the actual amount we company they make, we talk on suspicion that perhaps the amount that they give the people, not the actual amount. Because we don't know the figure when they arrive at. Okay. So this is now a demand where communities on the raise over years. But for that to happen, you need the political will.
Okay. We'll continue for the program. We'll look at another issue and we'll go straight to Nakono since we talk about mining, but this now other different issue really affect the people na Kono. Koidu Hospital, now one hospital where they don't serve most of the people within na Kono district. And this now one major hospital. But according to a report and concerns where they come out from the people who side the hospital, then say the after battle and after woman and kid born, actually they above them. My colleague Alfred Joseph Kuma be go work at this community and put this report together.
Kono, they are the eastern region of the country and then get one big government hospital where they serve the district. But for over 1 year now, the people na Kopoboya Street don't they suffer from bad smell where they come out from the hospital. Kadiatu Kamara na one person where they live na the community He explained to me the current situation.
They come across smelling we're not too good. Like me, so what face with the place being 2 days they take me another come on before side because the place they smell. The way that smell they car I feel bad. So when they say me they act, so I know they feel good. And that smell the more away. We don't talk but they know they pay attention to we. So that smell the more away.
So I feel say this smell they come out.
Now right inside the hospital.
What you like when I notice the puller smell near on also on the so as you see when they very close to the hospital.
Well, we been tell they send at the dam to where woman and the bonfire they put that after bath now they smell. They've close to we are.
So what this means when as people they live in this particular community here?
That particular smell they no good for we. Now sick they give.
So what you know for the management of the hospital do?
They are let them help, let them adjust and they will not sick.
My name is Mohamed F. Kamara. We're in number 9 Kofigura Street, back of the government hospital, sir. The concern is that behind this hospital, the guy we one time I be asked, they say now they can put the waste something like that. But really, this place is really the one away. Okay, so don't pass we can avoid, can go behind. No, we don't put the complaint several times to the hospital and the secretary. They say they are men down, but really we not see any concern. Every day we want to take action, but total fit this country here. So on the side you right, now they back then in see advantage by you. So left and so. But really, you know, it's for we.
So what in this mean to our health?
It mean bad thing to health because we really feel good. If you okay eat, pass we can go inside we eat. If we say we don't do the eater really in one away.
So what you know the management of the hospital do now?
Once let them fair way for let this smell go cut off. Would appeal to them, would ask them do this to advantage. Now talk to them for let them help we. You know to that day, to time, even one day they rent now, if you tell me the boy left now, for the smell because really when the family they come, they run. Even the students they can pass now, so they can mock we, they can laugh for they can meet we now. They say no really the patient because we student smell they come, we need to go away from the smell. So we know they.
So how long this on the app?
This last now the 1 year the council now is really don't want away. Now really the thing that affect we better one.
Where the principal secretary for the Kwaido Government Hospital, Joseph T. Kamara, they talk on the concern where the people they raise. They say the concern genuine and are because of technical issue. Now the after bath pit they cause the bad smell.
Concern genuine. They mean don't tell we serve as hospital management. We've been telling say we serve the part of that community because all day when Ukaya now inside this community we serve the day inside the hospital situated, but we tell them say the need for hold on in the rainy season we cannot able to address, and if any short time measure been there follow able address this one, but outside the odor they generate now been technical blunder from the service provider we actually provide for we the afterbath pit also they actually dump the afterbath the concrete the floor not being supposed to concrete, but they work on and as seriously as we the approach the dry we go able get another suitable pit we go able for manage the odor instead of the way they so pretty soon I'm sure maybe this one now will be actually transferred now in the new MCO because this current one just after the completion of MCO this new maternity get for move there, so the afterbath plates they are get for close and this one will be used out in there now.
Joseph Kamara say then they try for look into the concern where the people then they raise.
I know one for say not true, not too true, but we serve the same one. After we not to other side we they live not the same community because we are 8 o'clock, something at 7 o'clock na net, I they come out I go. So and that is why I don't want to say too much. Would they come here, the world go see the place, let's see our office there, maybe then they of some distance, but we look the pit, look your office as well. So we are not living in two different geographical location or planet. We are living in the same environment who side they talk about.
But how do look at the concern they raise we get for doing the health?
So as I say, the concern is genuine and we don't the plan for it, how for address it holistically, yeah, because this now thing we self, as I tell you say, we dey live in the same environment with them.
So like, besides the time we want to wait for make una go address this, we not get no other means we can use where this order not go affect them people and they as well, but the people.
We have done all we could. We be not try for put chlorine there, but that not get solution in as much the waste not they dissolve naturally to the earth because of the pavement we then do. The only thing we need for discard that all day and get other one we not pay. That's all the other solution because we have apply carbon as well, but not able cocktail, the odor when it is actually mixed up on the air.
So as medical people, what are the message you know going for send to the people in Akoboboya Street? Look at the concern within the race for now.
I think so I don't get dialogue with them, interface with them, not to one, not to two. We tell them on our wait, we address it, but he cannot address some of these concerns without resources. And not to say the resources later on. Now we'll get the resources, we address it. But I think so we don't there at a far advanced stage now that pretty soon we'll address it.
All this, there be the talk, now because of the afterbath, where then say they cause serious bad smell for the people na the community. Me na Alfred Joseph Kuma, they report from Kono.
Plenty thank you to Alfred Joseph Kuma for what he take in time for put that reporting. We say people na Kono. They raise concern about the bad smell they come out of the hospital for Sika. We then see the afterbath. They feel uncomfortable in that community. The program they watch now Voices at 7. They come to live on Voice Online TV, on Facebook and on YouTube.
And we still continue with the Social Audit Report 2024 discussion as we still get at the studio this morning. Emmanuel Bundo from Network Movement for Justice and Development, NMJD. Emmanuel, let me come back to the discussion. Una don't unearth so many things. This report don't bring out so many issues them way surround the mining companies them way una don't audit or investigate. So now let me go to the challenges then, the key challenges then, before we come to the recommendations.
Yeah, during the time where they conduct this study, we get few challenges, right? First, you find out, say, people will be target for get feedback from, like the CDCs, local authorities, the companies. Then we distrust the social auditors. Then we get confidence in them. Then they become so suspicious about the entire process, like a witch hunt trap. You know, say, Salomon get one attitude. He want earn money, he want spend money. But when he call him for car account, I the problem there. So, because the scope of this study now from 2017 to 2023, we take him. For see, all the money we don't come out from them companies here to them communities here, how much don't come and what they don't do. So most of them, they say, I'm very difficult for can explain how they don't spend their money then they. So that will make beaucoup people they make reluctant for giving audience all them funny stuff then they. So it was not easy actually for get some of their attention. We also notice say you get a particular CDC way, then get a chairperson will not reside in the community. Where the people testify say from what they make and chairman, you know one day meeting with the people, you know one day consult the people, but money they can inside when they disburse and do projects. You know. So then they go in, they do projects that the people don't approve. So all of this now because the monitoring system, the collaborative efforts, it not seems for them.
We get them people in for interview then.
We get some of them people for interview actually. We get most of them. You know. We get most of them. Then again, we come back to the unfair representation of key vulnerable groups. Because women are grumbling all over the place that their needs are not met, women in particular. Of course, people with disabilities, right? That most of them, they suffer within the mining companies' environment here. The road network and other things, not disability friendly for their movement and well-being. So then they cry, say they need space into their structures here, into all initiative where they return financial gain to the community. Let themselves be hard, and that they cry for. So we they call the NMA, the Ministry of Mines, into the prompt attention, for them to know say, we need for review and restructure all of the arrangements here. We not for left nobody behind. Now they all make part of the stakeholders within the community here. We need for push women interest. We need for protect people with disabilities. For make sure say whatever income with the Canadian community here, let them say get a own share. You know. We also notice say the capacity level of the CDCs and other people who they manage money is very low. Most people lay in them position of financial handling. We don't get the requisite skills for handle money well. They know they do better procurement, they do auditing. You understand? Where money they come, going to a project, no proper recording. All of this not a problem. You know. That's make even when you go into the ACC operations, then get the education wing of the ACC. Most of the time where ACC they question certain people, not necessarily means that they don't have money. But like even the maturity, the understanding, the carefulness as to how to handle money, people not get the training, not get the intelligence. So by so doing, they misuse money even unintentionally. Then generally we notice say the knowledge level of the sector, knowing the laws, the policies, regulations, people are low-minded. We need for do more, the government, the NMA, the Ministry of Mines, we need for do more for educate people as to this sector. You know, the governance of this sector is cyclical. For over 10, 20, 30 years ago, now people they come in and go. They take up office and go. So people we don't did 20, 30 years ago in then community management and not in the today. So almost after every 5 years, you see structures they change, people they change over. So we need continued teaching, continued capacity building of people, you know. So we notice over the past 4 or 5 years, we assess these studies. We notice the knowledge of people is very low. People now are aware of the laws, the policies, even the CDA model, not everybody understand. So this they call for effective collaboration and capacity building of people.
Okay, so Emmanuel, this report, it covers just 5 mining companies and already it don't bring out so many challenges. What's the problem today? Because before now, maybe they say for review the Mines and Minerals Act and now we don't get a review of the act and also the CDA documents then they. What's the problem they will make up till now, we still they get most of the issues there. So.
Now, in the advocacy efforts, reviewing the acts, they set the legal standard for like you the voice as advocate, for advocate. You use the law as your basis, as your guidance, for tell government, say, Mr. Government, now this you for do according to law. Mr. Company, now this you for do according to law. Now the law, now you standing, and they guide your advocacy effort. But another key challenge we get in this country is implementation. We get beautiful laws, but the implementation, I don't get a challenge. You need the political will, you need the resources, you need the collaboration, you need the cooperation for implement the laws according to the letter. These are the baseline problem about implementation. Yes, we don't review the Mines and Minerals Act, but not to a perfect law. We still get issues with some areas of the act, right? Not to everything we will point into the act come more like how we want them. That's now another discussion for another day.
Yeah, sure.
Now, but coming to this revenue management, don't forget to say the revenue here we talk about, not to the what they pay to government, we talk about here. This is not the small amount to the council community for manage their own community affairs. Now they talk about here. You already go to government and a political decision as to how government they pull out from the national basket into sectorial development. Then get a own challenge, right? So this they talk about money where they count to the very community people in the hands of the few structures.
Are they gonna still defend issues them with?
Yes.
Money where people where the ordinary man for benefit from.
Correct. Okay. Before the structures here they come into being, you find out say there were increased tension between community and the company. You get record or stories of past strikes, atrocities who don't take place. Na boom na corner, people don't die behind them here. So you find out see there is a transition now of tension. We don't raise now within communities. Now you find out see over the past 4 or 5 years where their money had come, General community now they attack, they look at the few structures where they handle them money here. Now we come to money business, a different thing altogether. Now they all be there together. They question government, they challenge company for them give them what it due them. Now company don't begin giving them money here. The few they handle the money,
They say they sit on
now, they do yuki. This is not the problem.
So corruption at all levels.
Yes.
Okay.
So for getting rid of all of this, we need the political will. We need the government, the NMA, the Ministry of Mines for collaborating with CSO for shaping up all the structures here.
So now, in getting the political will, this report we una don't share out NMA, Ministry of Mines, waiting at the response.
Well, actually, it's so hard. On Friday, we unveil this report. But as I tell you, the Directorate of Community Affairs and Public Relations, be there at this scene.
NMA.
Yes. They make a comment.
Okay.
They applaud the reports, they organize the findings and recommendations. Instead, they admit, say, the sector so ambiguous that they appreciate the role of NMJD for complement the effort of government. And he emphasized, say, there is need for more collaboration. We all need to work together for shaping this structure. And the doors of the NMA always open for hear the call of CSOs and communities.
Okay. Continue for those we will take one more story, come, we'll wrap up this conversation and move on. We'll go straight to court. Also, we court reporter Aisha Kago, because what kind of different court them, and we'll now give you waiting the happen at the different court them.
Kaifala Koroma don't now before the court for answer to one count charge when a fraudulent conversion contrary to section 20, subsection 14A of the Licensing Act 1916. According to the particulars of offence then, September 22 this year, na PZ inside Freetown, Kaifala Koroma been take one TVS motorbike where in registration number na AQU 510 and it cost 8,500 loans. When a one PC 222257 Sano AJ began for the ride and pay as commercial barrack. Where the court began and explained the charge to the accused person. In place saying guilty, the prosecutor, detective, police, Constable Tambo tell the court say they not get no evidence for the accused person. That make Magistrate Mamako Sayo Kalon don sentence the accused person for 36 months imprisonment and the Make Correctional Center. Inside another case, Ibrahim Suma, when an apprentice, be also tina before Magistrate Santigi Bangwana the Palemba with court number 2, for where police alert say he got thief bill material them. Ibrahim Suma don't tina before the court for answer to 2 count charge them. When a conspiracy to commit a crime contrary to law, and larceny by servant contrary to section 70, subsection 1 of the Licensing Act 1916. According to the particulars of offence, Sunday the 1st September this year, na Queen Elizabeth Tuki inside Freetown, Abraham Suma with other people them be planned together for commit a crime to with larceny by servant. Count 2 the same date and place, Abraham Suma with other people them be go thief 810 bags cement them, where each one cost 155 loans, where all the total value na 125,550 loans, where na one zag building material in property outside the work. The prosecutor assistant superintendent of police, Toronka, asked for short adjournment date because a witness not be there in court. The defense lawyer S.L. Lewis pleaded for mercy on behalf of the accused person as he talks say na Sierra Leone and in get reliable shorty them. That make Magistrate Santigi Bango agree for give bail to the accused person with the amount of 130,000 loans and 2 shorty them will go be approved by the deputy assistant registrar. As the matter gets for come back November 21st this year, as always they be, Magistrate Memuna Tosise and Magistrate Francis Abu, na the Palemba Road Court number 6, don sentence one Michael Koroma for where police alert say in Tifua Aminat Adolo 2A. Michael Koroma don tina before the court for answer to 1 count charge when a fraudulent conversion contrary to section 20, subsection 14A of the Licensing Act 1916. According to the particulars of offence then, Wednesday 9 October this year na block AB 87 Wilberforce Barracks inside Freetown, Michael Koroma be thief one iPhone 6S wey cost 3,000 loans and Tecno Pop 6 wey cost 3,500 loans. All the total value na 6,500 loans wey na Aminat Adolo 2A begin for all forum. Where the court begin and explain the charge to the accused person. In please say in guilty and in not get nothing for say na the court. That make Magistrate Memuna Tosise and Magistrate Francis Abu don sen ten ce the accused person for 6 months imprisonment at the May Correctional Center. For Voices Online TV, me na Aisha Kabo dey report.
Plenty thank you to Aisha Kabo for that court update today. The program they continue and the program they watch now Voices at 7 we can to live on Voices Online TV.
Okay, we still get Emmanuel Bundo from the Network Movement for Justice and Development NMJD. And now we come to the final stage of the report where you get for the key recommendation we NMJD do to government and other relevant authorities in the mining sector. Quick one, lay we go over the recommendation.
Yeah, the first recommendation we would put forward, we talk about increased collaboration. Now, then see how they happen, we need for the come together and discuss them. We do it in isolation. We the CSOs, journalists, the government, the company and community. We all for come around the table, we discuss them here and take concrete action. We also they call on the leading state institutions, the ministry and that of the NMA, for go out in collaboration with CSO, let we empower communities for know the laws and policies around the sector. Third, we also they call on them for let we review the CDA model because we don't see emerging issues then don't they come up with will not be captured. So we need to go back at the drawing board. Let we review the model because you find out see the CDA structures across the country are not the same. The size, the manner of operation, they are not the same. We need a uniform approach as to how communities will respond to the management of their money here. That can only be done if we bring them together, we all come together, we develop a one guiding document. You know. So we also talk about increased capacity for NCDCs here. We need for train them in terms of then financial ability, procurement, report writing, record keeping, auditing, you know. We need to go all that far so that we develop them skills as to how them for manage them public money here. And above all, we need the political will for that we get what we want at this very sector. We also call on community and company for the regular interface dialogue. Now, you go to lawyers call the authorial intent and spirit of the law. The provision of the CDA inside the law, a day beyond project. Not to project actually at the intention of the law, but like the satisfaction way the project they give and the law they look at. With the satisfaction, the peaceful coexistence, we for reign at the community. Now the law they look at, not to the money actually they give for spend this and that. Now, in time past, people in the community here they see mining company as suppressors, people they can't thief the minerals and clear and go, why is then they suffer? So now make the law they say, if them money they come out from the mines for council community for the seed and safe life they develop alongside company making them profit. But where you subject people to abject poverty, suffering, environmental destruction, then they see company they flourish in their business. Now a recipe for chaos. So the spirit of the law are that them money where they count to community, people where they receive the money, therefore make sure say they reflect into the felt needs of the people. So that when community is satisfied with waiting and they see and they gain from the mines, then they see the company as friend. Then they see the companies as bedfellows, where they offer collaborate for live within the same community peacefully, whereby we will see a win-win outcome of the operation. So that's not the intention of the law. For make sure say there is tranquility, there is collaboration, there is peaceful coexistence between the host community and the private investments who don't come. So the way they manage their money here, they get a role for play for make sure say they maintain the spirit of the law. That is the peaceful coexistence where the law wants for exist between the two communities here. But that can only come to existence where they make use of the money then well, consult the people and know what they want. Not to money where one man for take put in their private pockets, solve the family problem, no. Then for embark on project with the benefit community. That's the spirit of the act.
All right, one for say plenty thank you to Emmanuel Bundo for where he taking time for joining at the program this morning. In the program lead, Natural Resources, Rights and Governance Program, now the Network Movement for Justice and Development, NMJD. They begin also this morning, they tell you about the Social Audit Report 2024, where NMJD don't pull Nado this past Friday. And we want to say plenty thank you to the entire team. Now the studio this morning, we get David Kago, we don't be with camera operator, Mohamed Denke, and Rafael Mara, we don't be with technical operator them this morning. Plus we editor, we na Mohamed Conte. Now Arnold Felix Elba produced the program. So we regional reporter them, Alfred Joseph Kuruma from Kono and Mustafa Mansaye na Pujon District. We dey say plenty thank you to na all for we na contribute na the program this morning. Don't forget for watch we news at 9 a.m. and also we get we midday show program where will come up this afternoon at exactly 1 p.m. So till tomorrow another edition of this program, Voices at 7 a.m. They come back to you. Mina Fatima Sise, they sit at and get yourself a lovely Tuesday.
And me and Arnold Felix Elba. Till we meet again tomorrow morning. I want to say, have a blessed day.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.